Live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 5 starts now.
Rockford Police welcome a new class of officers. Some in the latest group bring a skill that will help them connect with the community.
Community college students are a step closer to making transfers go more smoothly. All it takes now is a signature to save them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
And Rockford seniors get a helping hand with spring cleanup. Teams of volunteers from Collins Aerospace tackle outdoor projects at area homes. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Eric Wilson. Nearly a dozen new Rockford police officers are at the police academy right now. Some have a few extra skills that the department says will be vital to the community.
Our Nikel Delgado sat down with RPD leaders today. Nikel?
That's right, Eric and Mimi. Of the 11 new officers, 6 of them are bilingual. The department telling me having diversity in the department is important because the Rockford community is diverse.
Dime un poquito de lo que está pasando. Okay.
We have Spanish, we have Greek, we have Arabic and Egyptian and Lithuanian. So we do have a very broad spectrum, which is great.
And now the Rockford Police Department has new officers who speak Pakistani and Hindi. RPD investigator and recruiter Katie Statler says having more officers who speak more than one language is important.
It's that full-on conversation where, can you tell us what happened? Can you describe the suspect? Can you describe the vehicle? Can you just tell me what happened from start to finish? And that's the part that is going to be the huge benefit with these additional officers that are bilingual.
Rockford Police Officer John Ross Palacios speaks Spanish. He believes it's important to connect with the community no matter what language they speak.
It gives me a better understanding of the community that I'm serving. It gives me a little bit of an idea where they're at, their mindset, how they grew up, because I grew up the same way. And just the interaction with the police is, I feel like it's better if you have somebody representing you in the police department. They also maybe feel more relaxed. They understand that I'm on their side, that when it's time for them to tell their story, that they feel heard.
Katie tells me the goal is for the department to mirror the diverse community of Rockford.
Now I hope with these additional officers that's just one more stride that the Rockford Police Department is trying to help the community and being able to have that communication where that victim or that witness feels safe speaking with the officers, and that we can get all the information that we need and we don't miss anything that can maybe potentially help solve a crime.
Lateral applications are open until the end of the year, and on June 1st, applications open for entry-level officers for next year. All of that information is on this story at mystateline.com. Eric?
Thanks, Nikel. A polo man is cleared in a 2020 murder case. 26-year-old Cody Neuschwanger faced 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 of mob action. An Ogle County judge found him not guilty Thursday. Back in October 2020, Rochelle police responded to First Avenue for a shooting victim. That victim, Devin Bailey, was pronounced dead at Rochelle Community Hospital. According to his defense lawyer, Neuschwanger was called to the home to help a woman after Bailey became violent and threatening. Witnesses say Neuschwanger tried to defuse the situation, but Bailey came at him with a weapon. Neuschwanger fired 1 shot that killed Bailey. The judge agreed it was self-defense.
A Rockford man's arrested after police say he accidentally shot himself in the foot. Wednesday, officers were called to a local hospital for reports of a shooting victim. 18-year-old Corey Jackson said he was walking near a convenience store when he was shot in the ankle. After an investigation, officers determined that Jackson had shot himself. Police located and recovered a spent shell casing, ammunition, and a shotgun at his house. They also found a loaded handgun with an extended magazine and an automatic switch. Jackson is charged with possession of a machine gun, aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, and various other charges.
A Rockford man's arrested accused of sexually assaulting 3 minors. 46-year-old Melvin Gonzalez is charged with 2 counts of predatory criminal sexual assault and 4 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse. Police began investigating Gonzalez last year. One of his accusers told a school counselor Gonzalez had sexually abused her. Officers also identified 2 other potential victims, both younger than 18. Investigators say that abuse happened between 2011 and 2015. Gonzalez was booked into the Winnebago County Jail. His bail is set at $75,000.
As more states pass aggressive anti-abortion laws, Illinois continues to pass more protections. This time, lawmakers are protecting people coming from out of state for procedures. The House passed a bill that would stop other states from using license plate reader data to enforce abortion bans in other states. The bill focuses entirely on data privacy. Illinois lawmakers want to make sure those people couldn't be punished under state law. This bill would keep law enforcement from other states from being able to get license plate reader data for these cases. That way, the information can't be used to prove someone sought care.
We strongly disagree with the action of any state that moves to restrict access to legal health care. So we want to give people the assurance that if they come to Illinois, it is a safe haven and a place that they can feel comfortable to exercise their basic human rights and have autonomy over their bodies.
Secretary of State Alexi Janulius originally showed support for this bill when he was on the campaign trail.
Another bill aims to help community college students transferring to public universities. It requires certain credits those students earn in Illinois community colleges to be counted towards their major. The bill's House sponsor says it can save students time and money as they work toward earning their degrees.
They spend a great deal of time and money attending community college for various reasons, and now they have the opportunity to make sure that they don't have to repeat a class and spend more money at a new institution.
The bill's one step closer to becoming law. It passed both the Senate and the House. Governor Pritzker just needs to sign it.
A local tech company and nonprofit work together to improve area homes. Collins Aerospace, Lifescape, and United Way took part in the Day of Caring. Collins employees tackled the outdoor projects. They worked at 24 Rockford homes. Those homes belong to older adults who are unable to do the work themselves and have limited financial resources. United Way's strong neighborhood homes also got spruced up. Organizers say spring storms have made the need even greater.
So typically it's like mowing grass, pulling weeds, and actually this year a lot of it's been cutting down trees. There are like tree branches, tree limbs that have fallen with those high windstorms that we've had this year. So we were really able to do a lot of physical work this year.
Nearly 200 Collins Aerospace employees volunteered today. The Navy uses dolphins and sea lions to detect explosives and other objects underwater.
But as the saying goes, all work and no play could make for dull animals. So the marine mammals get some enrichment time too, including playing video games. This clip from the Navy shows Spike, the sea lion, using his snout to push buttons in a game similar to Pong. Trainers say, unlike humans, the animals don't get angry when they lose. The Navy cares for and trains 120 bottlenose dolphins and sea lions in its marine mammal naval program.
The days of internet companies escaping legal trouble may be numbered.
Coming up, the families connected to a mass shooting last year file a lawsuit against two of the world's biggest tech companies. That's next.
Our temperatures have been in the 70s through much of the day today, but we've been dealing with quite a bit of heavy rain that's been working through as well. We'll let you know how long that rain lasts and if we see a warm-up coming next week, coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Eric Wilson, Mimi Murphy, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Nearly a year after a gunman opened fire at a Buffalo, New York grocery store, loved ones of the victims are filing a lawsuit, taking aim at social media companies they say fueled the racially motivated attack.
Raquel Martin tells us more about the claims from Washington.
The days of internet companies escaping legal trouble may be numbered.
Only thing I want is justice.
Friday, attorneys representing the families of 3 victims murdered in last year's Buffalo grocery store shooting filed a lawsuit against 6 websites, including Google, Meta's Facebook, Snapchat, and Reddit. They argue the platforms played a key role in the shooter's planning and motivation for his racist attack.
To radicalize homegrown terrorists. We're not going to stop until we win.
The lawsuit is similar to a case currently before the Supreme Court that attempts to hold social media companies responsible for real-life harms.
It has no merit.
Carl Szabo represents companies like Google and Facebook. He says it's wrong to blame societal problems on big tech.
As horrible as these events are, We need to go after and hold responsible the real bad actors, the shooters.
Sable says he doubts the Supreme Court will intervene.
Either way, Congress needs to act.
Republican Senator Josh Hawley and Democratic Senator Dick Durbin are pushing forward legislation that would weaken the legal provision known as Section 230 that currently protects online platforms from liability.
It says, no, we're going to end that giveaway. We're going to end that special sweetheart deal for big tech.
Although that bill focuses on preventing companies from hosting child pornography, Hawley says it's just a first step. In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Well, a streak of bright sunny days in the state line came to a screeching halt today. We had a cloudy, rainy day.
Coming up, Jordan shows us if we can expect sun or rain this Mother's Day weekend. He's next.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, it's been a little bit of a gloomy day here today as temperatures have been stuck in the 70s, a little bit cooler than where we were yesterday, and now a lot cooler even than where we were yesterday as temperatures right now are in the low 70s. A lot of the rain has been working its way through the area, lifting from south to north very, very slowly, which has actually produced quite a bit of heavy rainfall in some areas as well. Temperatures earlier this afternoon were in the upper 70s in a couple of spots, including 79 for the high temperature so far in Janesville, 75 in Rockford, but temperatures now a little bit on the cooler side, down in the low 70s and upper 60s. However, dew points are quite a bit warmer than where they have been for the last few days, leading to a lot of humidity, and that's helping to fuel some of these showers and even a few storms into the afternoon. Some spots have already picked up quite a bit of rain, including the Rockford Airport. 3/4 of an inch of rain so far has already fallen today that has been recorded at the airport. That's not even how much has fallen outside of the airport or around the airport, but specifically that measuring stick has recorded 0.75 inches of rain. Some of the heavier rain showers have been lifting north, as I mentioned, kind of hovering over the Rockford area, which is why they've seen some of that heavier rainfall. Radar actually estimates that there could have been around 1.5 inches of rainfall in some of these areas, including over downtown Rockford, and then another patch of some heavier rain that has been further up to the north and northwest of the area. Some of that heavier rain now lifting further north, actually leaving us with improving conditions on our SkyTrack camera overlooking the Poplar Grove Airport. That's still showing up with some drops of visibility. However, it's looked a lot better than where we've been over the last few hours, with some of the heaviest rain lifting further north. These higher dew points and temperatures falling back into the 50s could lead to some patchier fog developing later on here into the night tonight. Temperatures getting only back down to the upper 50s in a lot of spots. Tomorrow we have a very similar day to today. However, I do think we have a lot more dry time. Temperatures will get back up into the upper 70s for the afternoon. A few storms and some scattered showers once again cannot be ruled out for the afternoon, but the bulk of that does look to remain further off to the south. Skies clearing later on into the evening tonight, leaving for temperatures to fall back up down into the 50s. Then we get back up into the 70s for the afternoon tomorrow. And notice a lot of the rain has stayed away on Futurecast, with the bulk of it falling further off to the south. However, as we get into Sunday, things get a lot messier with the rain showers. Temperatures will be down in the 60s throughout the afternoon, if not getting into the upper 50s for the afternoon, with a lot of that rain sticking around, so a lot gloomier conditions can be expected. However, the severe threat for the storms tomorrow, as I mentioned, does remain further off to the south and the southwest, and then into Sunday, as that system pulls much further to the southeast, things shift a lot further down as well. So some lower end severe threats for the next couple of days, with a few of those isolated storms. Temperatures back down into the 60s on Sunday, but we rebound, guys, pretty quickly, getting back up into the 70s for the middle of the week.
It's nice to see the 60s don't stick around for too long. Thanks, Jordan.
Scott's in next with sports. Free agency and a change of scenery could revive James Robinson's NFL career this year.
And a former Rockford basketball star gets his shot at Division I college basketball.
Now sports with sports director Scott Leber.
Rockford native James Robinson is entering his 4th NFL season with his 3rd different team. Last season, the Jaguars gave up on him and traded him to the Jets, where he barely saw the field. He was healthy and active for the Jets' last 6 games. Free agency gave him a new chance to find a place where he could fit in, and he believes he's found it with the Patriots.
Just a good opportunity for me to talk with my agent, my family. We just felt like it was like the right move for us, and when I got here, talking to Bill O'Brien and running back coach just seemed like a good fit for me. I just like the way they do things around here. Right now, I'm just trying to really just keep working and getting better right now. I mean, going through the offense and all that right now, but really just working and getting stronger.
Another local football player, Zeke Vandenberg of Freeport, is going through rookie camp with the Dolphins. He is being looked at inside linebacker, and he's been issued number 57. Vandenberg wore number 5 at Illinois State. The Dolphins officially announced his signing today. Former Rockford Christian basketball standout Marcus Hill Jr. will be playing in the MAC next season. He signed with Bowling Green. Hill was a junior college All-American last season at Southern Union State in Alabama. He was 3rd in the nation in scoring at 26 points per game at the NJCAA level. He also averaged 7.5 rebounds a game. He is a 6'3" guard. At Rockford Christian his senior year in 2019-2020, Hill averaged 23 points per game. Rockford University softball catcher Candace Kipp has earned all-conference first-team honors in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference. Kipp leads the nation in walks at the Division III level. She also ranks 7th in the nation in on-base percentage. She leads the regions in almost every offensive category. In baseball tonight, the Cubs will play Minnesota with Drew Smyly pitching. The White Sox will host the Astros. Michael Kopech is scheduled to start on the mound for the Sox. Both games start at 7:10. And in the NBA playoffs, the Knicks and Warriors will try to force Game 7s in their series with the Heat and the Lakers. The Knicks trailed the Heat 3-2. The Warriors trailed the Lakers 3-2. That's sports. We'll be right back.
The First Warn Interactive Radar from Rockford Auto Glass and More showing some of these rain showers that we've been dealing with throughout much of the afternoon, producing some heavier rain at times as well. We get a little bit of clearing as we get later on into the evening tonight. Temperatures returning back to the 50s with some patchier fog. Isolated showers and a few storms possible tomorrow. Much cooler for Mother's Day. Temperatures back in the 60s with rain, but sunshine returning for much of the week ahead.
All right, thanks, Jordan.
And thank you for spending some of your time with us. Stay safe.